Hello, everybody, and welcome to Digital Learning Today. My name is Jeff Bradbury, your digital learning coach and ISTE certified educator. In today's video, we're going to take a deep dive into one of the many components of our brand new instructional coaching data dashboard and command center. We're going to show you how to create a brand new school for yourself and how to bring in some of your staff members. So let's head on over into the instructional dashboard and command center today. Welcome to our Instructional Coaches Data Dashboard and Command Center. If you haven't yet had an opportunity to check out our first video in this series, please do. I'm going to put a link below in the description. That video is going to walk you through not only how to purchase the template, but how to install it in your own Notion account. Here we have our basic layout. Now, again, every single thing in this system is completely customizable. And if you need help customizing that, please feel free to reach out and contact me. I'd be happy to help you through that process as we go through here. Now, I'm going to scroll down, and the first thing I'm going to notice is we've got 3 school buildings. Now, these are just templates that we have here, but we're going to show you how to create buildings for yourself. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a basic elementary school building. I'm going to click here on Brady Elementary. And that opens up this side panel. Now, if I want, I can make this full screen by clicking on the Open Full Page button above. And here we have the elementary building in a full page view. You'll notice as we go through, we have our coaching links, and these links are synced throughout the entire system. So if you'd like to customize this here, it'll be reflected on all other pages where this block exists. You'll notice over here, I have coaching tasks for this specific building. And this was designed so that way, as you open up this template and go into your school, everything that you need to do is right in front of you at the top of the page. Scrolling down, I have all of my elementary grades right here in front of me, 1st grade through 5th grade. And if you're wanting to adjust this a little bit, you certainly can. I'll show you how a little bit later. Underneath of that, I have our elementary building staff members. These are staff members that have been assigned this specific building. Moving forward down the page, we have building projects. This could be leadership team. This could be IEP team. This could be field trip team. Anything that you have, any type of project that you're working on for a building, you can create a section here and get it organized. Next to it, we have all elementary building tasks. Now, I put together the elementary building tasks on the same page as these tasks above, the difference being this is actually tasks for all your elementary buildings. Some of our coaches, of course, work in multiple buildings, and I thought it would be a great idea to show not only the tasks for one building, but on a second set, all of the different things that you have to do. Now, finally, at the bottom, we have building documents and artifacts. Think of this as your bookmarks or those links that you have in your online drive, but instead, everything is here in one place. And of course, you can take an artifact and you can label it for multiple buildings. And as you guessed it, it'll show up across multiple Notion home pages here. And then finally, we have our building meetings and staff interactions. This is where all of your coaching cycles and all of your one-to-one meetings and all of your admin meetings are automatically going to aggregate here for you. So as you can see, in one single building dashboard, everything is going to be in front of you. Let's see how we can build our own school today. Here we are back on the home page of our command center. I'm going to scroll down here and you're going to see new. Now to the right of it, I can click on the down arrow and I have 3 different templates, one for elementary, one for secondary, and one for district. Now, if you want to customize this, you can always click on the 3 dots and click on edit. But for right now, let's just click on elementary building template. Now, you'll notice here, every single thing about this template has been pre-populated. We have our building tasks, we have our grade levels, we have our staff members. Just like I showed you a few seconds ago, everything here is designed. Now, what we're going to do is let's make this full screen. And instead of elementary building templates, let's change that. So here we are at Bradbury Elementary School. And because this is all built on a school's database, I can drop this down and I can actually list some of the different things about this school. I can start to populate digital resources, start to populate PD for this school. I can start to add different projects and, of course, staff members. Notice here that it says elementary. You can always change this or add to it if you'd like. I'm going to hide this property. You'll notice here that we now have a blank template and everything here is going to be populated as such. Let's create a brand new staff member for this building. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to my elementary staff members and I'm going to click on new. And that pulls up a side panel with our staff member template. And over here, I'm going to change this template to say Mr. Bradbury. Now you'll notice it automatically comes up saying that he is in Bradbury Elementary School. And when I drop this down, I have a number of different database entries that I can do. Now, these don't all have to happen at once. You're going to be adding this throughout the year as you interact with this teacher. First things first, I can say what the position is. And we're going to say that Mr. Bradbury is a second grade teacher. Now, you notice that when I do that, this automatically updates here on the dashboard. I can add the phone number. I can also add a staff email. I can add what classroom or office. And as I'm working with this teacher, I can add digital resources. Now, let's say here that Mr. Bradbury and I were working on a Canva training slide deck. I can add that to this and it automatically shows up for him as a resource. But I want to add something that isn't on the list. I'm going to click on the plus and I'm going to say grade 2 curriculum document. And it says, do I want to add a new curriculum document? Yes, I do. So here we are, and we have our grade 2 curriculum document. Next thing is any presentations that we have, any SMART goals that Mr. Bradbury and I have, and then any tasks. So for instance, I might say, Mr. Bradbury, and I always start a task with a teacher's name. So that way it's at the beginning of the task list, right? And I can say, visit on Monday before school starts. Okay, so I have a task and I can put that there. Now, tasks are usually things that you need to do, and think of it as a reminder, okay? Now, the next thing I have is interactions, and I made that task because over here I have Mr. Bradbury and I have meeting on Friday about curriculum. So there was an interaction. You'll notice that as soon as I put that interaction, it pops down here. Now, when was the last time edited? It'll always keep that updated for you. So here I am. I'm going to hide this. Now, you'll notice down here, I have my staff interactions. Well, when did I work with Mr. Bradbury? Well, that was on Friday. Okay, what was the type of interaction? Perhaps it was a one-to-one coaching meeting. And was it part of a coaching cycle? Yes, it was. I can also open this up and I can say other things about this particular meeting. For instance, it was on Friday and I can start taking my notes. I can also say that this was part of the school building. I can say that it was part of a project and this was a coaching cycle project. And if I want, I can even have AI create a summary about it. So once I'm finished with this, I'm going to hit processed. I'll even hit the back button. I'm back here on Mr. Bradbury, and you'll notice that these are all the interactions that I have. Here's all the coaching cycles. And then I have my one-to-one meetings with this teacher. If I jump back out of here in my elementary school, you'll now notice I have Mr. Bradbury in second grade. I have him listed as a staff member. I have all the interactions with him below. So there's a lot of different things that we can do as far as creating buildings and adding staff members. Now, as far as customizing this goes, you'll notice a few things. Number one, that everything here is from first grade to fifth grade. So how do we customize this? Where's kindergarten? How do we create new things on here? Well, I'm going to do a few things a little bit outside the box, but this is not that difficult. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this row right here where it says first grade. I'm going to click on the 6 dots and I'm going to say duplicate. I'm then going to take this and I'm going to drag this down to a new row. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this database here and I'm going to duplicate it. And then I'm going to drag this down here. Now, I haven't changed anything. All I've done was I've duplicated this. Now, if I click on here, I can rename this to say kindergarten. And under the filter, you'll notice I have one filter that says first grade. If I click over here, I can change that to say kindergarten. And I can remove first grade. Now, any teacher that's from Bradbury Elementary School and in kindergarten is going to show up there. Let's do that right now. I'm going to take another staff member. I'm going to add a new one, and we'll call this my kindergarten teacher. Going to drop it down, and we know that it's in Bradbury Elementary School, and we're going to say is in kindergarten. And if I hit the plus sign here, you'll notice I have 2 teachers, and the kindergarten shows up here. So as I mentioned, this is how you can customize this building template for your need. Now, it doesn't matter if this is the elementary version where you have first grade, second grade music and art, or if you're looking at a high school, middle school template where you've got English, math, and science. Customizing this is the same exact thing. In fact, I can even come over here to the 6 dots, and I can click on color. And instead of being a yellowish orangish color, I can make this a purple color. So every single thing on here can be customized as you need. And that wraps up this video on creating brand new schools, brand new teachers, and customizing your building dashboard. Stick around because we have other episodes coming out of this series where we're going to show you not only to change and update your staff directory, keep track of your coaching journals, but also utilize this for your professional development needs. So hit that like button, subscribe, and if you have a question, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And if you have any questions about this, head on over to teachercast.net/contact, and I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. Check out the Instructional Coaching Data Dashboard and Command Center today. It is the complete system for your instructional coaching needs and your instructional coaching program. On behalf of everybody here on TeacherCast, my name is Jeff Bradbury, your digital learning coach and ISTE certified educator. Keep up the great work in your classrooms and continue sharing your passions with your students.
You've been listening to the TeacherCast Educational Network, hosted by Jeff Bradbury. Please reach out to the show with all of your questions on Twitter @TeacherCast or online at www.teachercast.net. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast so you don't miss any future episodes. And please take a moment to write a review in the App Store.